Hi angels, it's Miss Quiet Queen and welcome back to my channel once again. Today's topic is going to be on the power of thoughts. Let's get right into this. To understand the power of thoughts, we need to understand what the meaning is. The quick version. Scientists believe that thoughts are an electrical current or activity, and it is. My personal opinion about or definition of thoughts is that it is a process of thinking. It is the activity of expressing energies felt internally and or externally. Thoughts hold infinite power. Thoughts can be felt from an individual or individuals all over the world. Now, I decided that I will go ahead and talk about this because I feel that it is necessary to help answer some of the questions or concerns that many of you are still having concerning why you can't astral project. Why can't you lucid dream? Why can't you connect with your higher self? And other concerns that you have. All of these issues that I'm noticing people have, you all have one common denominator as to why you're not being successful. And that is this. It is your thought pattern. It is the way you are thinking. The Bible says that so a man thinketh, so is he, something like that. What you think is what you bring into your world. Anything that you don't want, you have no business thinking about it. If you don't want to be attacked by demonic forces, energy vampires, someone that you know, don't think about these things. Whatever it is that you choose, that you want in your life, speak on it as if it has already happened. This is called the law of attraction, and it truly does work. Okay, so many of you are saying, Queen, this is just not working for me. It's just not. It's just, well, no, it's not, and it won't. I'm going to tell you a conversation I had with my ex-husband years ago. He would get paid, and then he would say, right after we finished paying bills, I'm broke again. I'm broke again. I'm always broke. Why am I always broke? I'm always broke. I ain't gonna never have any money. He would say it with such conviction and power and authority that he really believed it. And I told him, I said, well, yeah, you are going to always be broke because you're always saying it. And you're so adamant about how about being broke. So angels, I'm telling you, the things that you don't want, don't give it your attention. Like attracts like. All right? So anything you do want, be appreciative of it. Pray for it. Believe that it's going to happen, and then just receive it. Put it out there in the universe and let it happen. Now, it still may not come. It may seem like it's not coming to you when you want it and how you want it. But see, that's your issue. That's your thing to work out. You have to figure out, how is God going to relay this to me? Am I going to hear it from my angels? Am I going to hear it from someone else on YouTube? Am I going to pick up a book one day, it's going to fall in my lap? I don't know. But you cannot be doubtful. You can't be doubtful. Did you know the so-called powers that be in this world do not want you to control your thoughts? Because when you control your thoughts, when you can control someone's thoughts, you can control the masses. Let me tell you something else about thoughts. Thoughts are also a collective. Your thoughts become a collective consciousness. Yes, They become a collective consciousness, much like the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records are beings that hold or house all thoughts and movement from all walks of life, all people, all over the universe, animals and plants. They have all of that history within them. And they're alive. Your thoughts are alive, and they always will be. You can't kill a soul. You can't kill a thought. Once it's out there, once it has been thought, it's thought. It's out there. It's movement. Thoughts are movements. This is why people that want to be in control over the world, they get close to there's points in our earth that spew out a lot of energy. I don't want to get too far deep in that because that's not what this is about. And they want to control that. If you can control the grid, look that up, angels, research on that. The earth's grid, you can control people's mind. But there are some of us that what they fail to realize is you're not going to be able to control. And I'm saying this to all of the agents, to all of the naysayers, to those who are on the upper side, so to speak, of mind control. This mind right here that I have, you can't control it. It's never going to happen. You can do what you want to this body, but this mind ain't going nowhere. My thoughts are not going to be controlled by no damn body. And it's sad when we see people that are under this control. But anyway, let's talk about thoughts. You have to change your thinking. My father used to say, change the things you can. If you can't change it, why are you worrying about it? Whatever it is that you want, angels, you can bring it into fruition by your thoughts. Let me give you another example. I've had people tell me, they talk about Kenny, because I talk about Kenny a lot. I love Kenny. That's my angel. People say when I'm going through things, well, Kenny is being attacked and Kenny has been hijacked. So I always read between the lines. Some of you I talk to on the phone, I correspond with. Some of you I correspond with email only. Some of you I correspond with just, in the comment section. I take my time who I correspond with on a more personal level because I don't trust anybody. Don't get offended. But you that's watching my channel, I don't know you, I don't trust you. I have to feel my way. I have to be guided. And sometimes I'm guided to trust someone that isn't trustworthy to teach me a lesson. So those of you who have gotten through to me and you really don't have my best interests at heart, that's the reason why. Okay? And when I recognize that this person ain't right, I cut them off immediately. Change my number if I have to or whatever. But I have to continue to give people chances and to talk to people on a more personal level because what I believe my mission is to be in this life. So I have to open up and take chances. But it's really hard for me to trust people. Now let me tie that into what I was saying about somebody saying that Kenny has been hijacked. Kenny haven't been hijacked. You want me to think he's been hijacked. Some people want me to think, oh my God, he's being attacked. Therefore attacking you, No. As you listen to my voice right now, that thought that you're trying to put in my head will boomerang right back to you and attack you and hijack your own personal angel. In this space, in this aura, Quiet Queen run this. I run my thoughts. I run my life. I control what happens to me. And these are the things that you all need to say to yourselves. Don't let anybody come in your space and fill your head with some bullshit. If you don't believe that it's true, then don't believe it's true. Do not accept it. I respect people for having their opinions, and some may say, oh, Queen, I meant the best for you. You can mean the best for me, and I appreciate that, but don't ever say out your mouth that this is happening to Kenny and this is why, and don't do that. I'm not going to accept those thoughts. As you looking in my face right now, I want you to know this. The best way to stay, to have good thoughts, is to bring up your frequency. I've said it in other videos about how to change negative energy into positive energy. That's the name of a video. I talked about how to raise your vibration. I can't remember the name of that video. One of the things is through smiling, through laughter. That keeps you on a high frequency. And that it's really difficult to think of negative thoughts or derogative things about your life when you're smiling. Even when someone that you live with is so negative, you know what you do to that person? Smile. Smile and just try to be as happy as you possibly can. If you can get away with not talking to a negative person that lives with you, then don't do it. But when you are on the phone talking to some jacked up customer service representative, don't let them get you angry to the point that you want to hang up or start cussing. Because misery loves company. I don't know why some people are so evil, where they're just having such a bad day that they feel better when other people don't. Can y'all imagine that? Some of y'all can't even imagine what I'm saying. You can't even fathom what I'm saying. It's hard for me to understand that there are actually people out there who want you to feel bad because they feel bad, or want you to feel bad and down and out just because. That's just evil. That's evil and mean. Some people just don't have any remorse. They don't care. They have no feeling. The only feeling that they have is feeling of anger and sadness. Let me tell you something. Happiness and joy cannot coexist in the same space as anger and sadness. It just can't. So if you want to change what you think, you need to jump on the bandwagon by being more positive to yourself. Treat yourself better than what anybody else will. If you won't, no one else will. You can't expect for somebody to fall in love with you if you don't love yourself. While you're looking at me right now, and I'm looking in this camera, we're going to do this, okay? Here's an experiment we're going to do, right? Right now, I want you to do what I'm doing. And some of you already are doing it, right? This right here, shaking my head, is contagious. And so is this. Smile. From this day forward, well, you know what? Sometimes it's hard for us to take off a big chunk and do something. Let's just start for one day. One day, all day, just smile. Just today. Smile all day and promise yourself that you will at least think one positive thought. Some of you can think several positive thoughts all day, but think at least one positive thought an hour. Well, every time you think about smiling or you think about my video, this particular video here, think of a good thought and then pray. Pray a quick prayer. All right? Because remember, thoughts are collective consciousness. Thoughts are alive. Every time you think about something, you bring in something into existence. You have created it on other levels in your world. Now, there are other levels of world in our universe that we know about, and I talked about them before: the etheric world, the causal world, the astral plane. But there are also other planes of existence that only is in your time, if that makes sense. as if time is, as if there's a such thing as time. Okay? So whatever you think you created, if you keep thinking about this monster under the bed or this energy and it looks like this, it looks like a shadow person. I've had people send me emails and talking about shadow people. If you keep thinking about it, yeah, it's going to live in your world. If you don't like it, if it makes you uncomfortable, assassinate it and do it right now. That video I made, how to change negative energy to positive energy, y'all go back and look at that video. You can change anything you want by using the power of your mind. And that's the reason why I decided that I wanted to do something like the global prayer. And I'm not the only one that started the global prayer. But as I said, thoughts are consciousness, just like the Akashic records. They're consciousness. They are alive. So if we get thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even millions of people to think the same thing at the same time, do you know that we really can change the world in which we live in? It's just that freaking simple. The answer for all of this bull crap that's going on in our world, our sons are being murdered at the hands of so-called people that want to protect society for no reason. People bringing down buildings, people chopping off people's heads. All of this evilness that's going on in our world, we can fix it. It makes me so full when I think about it, y'all. We have the power right there. And what it is thoughts. And those who want to control the masses want to control your thoughts. Therefore, they keep putting negative news out there. That's why I don't really like to watch TV. They don't bring you good news. Every time you turn on the news, it's always something negative. Story after story after story. The Ferguson riots, they always want to tell you about the negative. Oh, they looted, they burned down buildings. Did they tell you about the peaceful ones? There are whole lots of demonstrations going on out there and all over the country. Many of them, majority of them were peaceful. But you don't know that. Because they don't want you to know that. The power of thought is an amazing thing. And the powers that the people that the societies that want to control the world so they can control everything else, they don't want you to know about these powers that you have. They wish that they can just erase it. In fact, that's what they're trying to do. But let me tell you, this is a message for them. Okay, so to all my angels who love and respect what I say, hold on a second. This is to those who want to be in charge. Those are in certain societies or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and say this because I really don't give a shit. There are some of us who you ain't going to never control. How can people who are so smart be so stupid? You are not going to be able to control certain ones of us. It's not going to happen. If I'm dead, you're still not going to control me because you can't kill my soul. And all of the thoughts that I'm thinking right now, all of the thoughts that I've thought in the past, all of the thoughts that I'm going to think, they're never going to be destroyed. You will be destroyed before I will. I'm not threatening anybody. That's not what I do. I can think whatever I want to think. Did y'all know that? You can think whatever you want to think. They can't stop you while you still have your freedom, while you still have breath in your body to make your choices and live your life and practice your free will, because that's exactly what it is. It is your free will. You can do whatever you want. Now, I just had a thought to say this. There are some who feel like they have sold their soul to the devil. Did you know, angels, that's not possible? It's really not possible. You may make a pact. Somebody may make a pact to do something and something else happens, but you're really not selling your soul. You're just agreeing to do something, and you're putting a lot of your thought and power into those energies, and because you really believe that they can do what they say they can do to you, it happens. If that's not what you want and you want to recant and change your mind, then do it. You have the power of thought. It's your power. It was given to you, and nobody can take that away from you. They might want to kill you. They might want to out my lights because of what I'm saying. That's fine. This physical body, it doesn't mean as much to me as my mental mind. It doesn't. I know I'm going to go someday. I'm not worried about it. But not before I make my mark. You're not going to conquer me, not while I'm living, not even when I'm dead. Because I ain't going nowhere. And there are many of us that are not going anywhere that you cannot control with that mind crap. Alright? So, thoughts, all of our thoughts, everything that you're thinking right now, it causes a global consciousness. That's why I'm asking y'all every 21st of every month, let's pray the same prayers at the same time. If we get thousands, hundreds of thousands, and millions of people praying the same thoughts at the same time, imagine what we can do. We can move mountains. Now, I know some of you have asked me to give you these prayers, and I had specific prayers that I felt that I was guided, divinely guided to write. Now, some people don't want this to be successful. Just for MO, some for general purposes. You know, some just plain old evil. Some have contracts with forces, and they just want to bring this type of idea down and be negative about it. But it can't happen. It can't happen. You really have more power than you understand. Okay, so on the 21st of every month, I want everybody to pray. I don't give everybody these prayers because I know that there's somebody out there, like what I just mentioned, that will take these prayers and try to decipher them, put in ill will and negative thoughts. So I wanted to make this video first before I start passing out these certain prayers that I said that I had been divinely guided to write. Okay, so I just wanted to put it out there. Those of you who have ill intent, this is going to boomerang right back to you. Just like when somebody was talking about Kenny, you know, and I did this video so many times, y'all. I don't know if I already mentioned this, but Kenny is safe. So anything that you think or say, it's going to come right back to you. And that's why I want to give out these prayers to everybody. I just don't want to do that until I make this abundantly clear. All right? God has a plan. Man has a plan. But God is the best of planners. And God lives within me. Okay? He lives within you. And I say he, you know, just because it's a common pronoun, but I believe, you know, God is male and female. But anyway, those are some of the things that I want to talk about. And as far as thought, like attracts like. Like attracts light. True. Anything that you think, it will become. Somebody had an idea of a chair. That chairs didn't used to exist. Somebody thought of who was it? I don't know who it was, but somebody thought of the first chair. It came into fruition because it was in their mind first and it happened. All you need to do is put it out into the universe, say it, believe it, and then receive it. It's just that simple. Also, another thing you should be cognizant of is you have to be grateful. Angels, you have to be grateful for everything in your life. even the downfalls. I was speaking to one of my subscribers that I got to know. I call her my daughter. She has a really dysfunctional relationship with her mom. And I could hear it in her voice when she called me a couple of nights ago. I heard her crying in her voice. She wasn't like boo-hoo and like, trying to catch her breath, but I heard the tears in her voice. I felt her energy. I'm an empath, and it was so heavy. And immediately I wanted to change that for her, and I had to give her some of my frequency. She didn't know it, but I went ahead and I allowed her to talk to me. But I had to be strong enough to keep myself on a higher frequency, not to be too far absorbed into her sadness. But she needed to talk. Okay? So what I did was I had to change my personality. I had to alter my thoughts, is what I mean to say. I had to alter my thoughts. And in altering my thoughts, I was altering my feelings. I knew that if I were just to sit and really listen with my guards down, what she was saying would have brought me down. And not that she was trying to. She just needed an outlet because she's tired. I get it. I understand. So when people come to you and they want to just vent, you have to be strong enough to alter your thoughts. But you can't let them in on the fact that you're altering your thoughts, because they're already going through some mess right now. And for you to say that would be another nail in the coffin. So just say a quick prayer to yourself. As that's what I did. I just said a quick prayer and altered my thoughts while she was telling me what was going on in her life. And I gave her my advice. Told her how I felt and how she should go about the situation. Change the way you think. If you feel like you can't change something by the way you think, get the hell away from whatever that situation is. If it's your mama, I love you, Mom, but I'm going to get some space. Okay? There's a difference between respect as a young child and respect as an adult child. You have the right now to do certain things that you couldn't do before. Change your pattern of thinking. Okay? You need to try to look for circumstances that will work for you. Research, search them out, find out what thoughts work for you, what positive thoughts work for you. If you can't find the circumstances you want, create them. How do you create them? Through your thoughts. It is imperative that we change the way we think. And in doing so, we change the world. And it seems so easy. It seemed like so easy that it's not going to work. But it will work. So y'all, everybody that's under the sound of my voice, I know some of you have subscribed to my channel. Some of you sit down and watch my videos with other people. Right now, just go spread the word. I'm not looking for any personal recognition. I'm not doing this for that. I'm doing this because I really want to be a part of the big picture. I want to help save us. So from now on, at least for today, and try to make it a habit for the rest of the week and then the rest of the month, and then next year, going to the new year, tell somebody something positive, and try to smile more and think positive thoughts all the time. And then when you say your prayers, not just at night, but all day long, or whenever you can remember to say your prayers, put out good vibrations. Increase the positivity in your personal world. Whenever you walk past somebody, think a thought of positivity. Think a thought of happiness or joy. Think of a good childhood memory. Think of something that made you laugh. Because when you walk past people, when you sit next to people, your aura, that hula hoop that's around you, aka Merkaba, or unactivated or activated, they're intersecting. I did a video on called I Have Intercourse with Everyone I Meet, and that's exactly what I mean. It's intimate. That's why when you walk past certain people, have you noticed that you can't, you can feel their energy? Like, oh, she feel like she have a bad attitude. Oh, I don't like what I'm feeling from him. I don't know what it is. But that's what it is. Okay? So, what thoughts? Oh, God, y'all can go on and on. But I'm going to let this video go because I'm already at 30 minutes, and I appreciate y'all for listening. I'm going to have more ideas and information about this subject, but in the meantime, smile. As you're looking at me and I'm looking at you, I want you to smile right now. And that smile you just gave me is a promise that you will continue to smile throughout the rest of this day. And if somebody try to aggravate you, just like, you know what, it ain't even worth it. Mother Earth is shifting. She's leaving us. The veil is thinning. Okay, so you're going to get left if you don't jump on the bandwagon. All right, I do appreciate all of you for listening. Thank you so much, angels. Don't forget to smile and stay in the light.